Good morning. This is Jonathan Harsh. This is for FT 217. This is the week 3 assignment. So critical dimensions associated with my three components. I chose the hammer, the gas or carrier key, and the bolt. The critical dimensions on the hammer is the notch that engages the sear near the bottom there, and then on the gas key, the opening that mates with the gas tube on the gas key, and then the bolt said the firing pinhole, and specifically the diameter of the firing pinhole or elongation. Potential malfunctions on the hammer. There's a failure to cock, um, and it can fire without the notch locking on the trigger seal. It won't cock. Oh, sorry, failure to cock and fire. So without the notch locking on the trigger sear, it won't cock. Without a cocking, it will fail to strike the firing pin. The gas key put a failure to unlock. Obviously, it affects everything in the cycle of function after that if it doesn't unlock. Because the BCG leads in unlocking the bolt, the failure to return gases via a loose fitting, not much will happen after firing, and you'll get a hard recoil out of it as well. The bolt, failure to fire. If the firing pin on the face of the bolt is oblong, it may not strike the primer correctly, or it may over-penetrate and allow gas to escape straight back into the bolt. Likely damage from the hammer, no damage. Nothing's going to happen there. It's just not going to engage. My paper is folding up on me. The gas key, there's likely additional damage to the gas tube and key due to repeated misaligned impacts, depending on how many times you single load around and go ahead and fire it anyway. Those two serves are going to be, well, the key is going to be smacking into the tube or whatever part of the tube it's hitting there. And then the bolt, I think what you're going to get from the bolt is just a worsened widening of the firing pinhole or oblonging. I guess if you're jetting gases out of the back of the primer as well, you're going to start scarring the face of the bolt as well. The training to avoid damaging the components, I just said would be SDI Gunsmithing Certificate Program, an AR Armorer's Training Course, or OJT. That requires learning the cycle of function and what each component is doing and how it interacts with the other components. Because once you have an understanding of the operating system and what the cycle of function, and then what components are doing what during that cycle, is a pretty easy system to do troubleshooting on. Additional components. For the hammer, I put the sear, the notch that engages the hammer on the trigger, and then the gas key, the gas tube where it engages the gas key is the other critical dimension, and then the bolt carrier group, specifically the gas key in that instance. I think I covered everything.